What's up, fellas? It's your brother Wasil Bay. We are Sham Stoppers. Just giving y'all a little light thing to think about. We reserve all our rights, waive none. Federal procedure rules supersede state procedure rules. So the federal rules and civil procedures overrides the state rules of civil procedures. And you can use federal in the state. Okay? Federal procedure rules apply even in diversity cases. One of the principal purposes of the Rules Enabling Act of 1934 was to allow the United States Supreme Court to promulgate federal rules of civil procedure so as to create uniform rules of practice in all the federal courts that were independent of varying state procedural rules. Prior to the adoption of the federal rules, the federal district courts followed the Conformity Act. Go check that out, fellas, which required them to conform their procedures as closely as possible with those of the state in which they are located. This tended to balkanize procedural and federal courts. This all changed with the adoption of the federal rules, even in cases in which jurisdiction is based on diverse citizenship, in which federal courts must follow substantial state law, not state civil rules of procedures, but state law, to see that these people in the state did not abuse their little state power, all right, by violating you guys' federal constitutional rights, okay, in deciding the merits of the case, all right. Let's go to, so look at here. Look at that. The part of the law that creates, defines, and regulates the rights, duties, and powers of parties. All right. Fellas, if this sounds confusing, you shouldn't listen to niggas who can't read and who just rely on Google and Justia. You know, we got a lot of Google lawyers and attorneys, and you know what I mean, they're actually getting laughed at. All right, these niggas is getting laughed at. You know, now the dude that did a podcast today, right, about a pellet case, and he lost. All right. And now they say they're going to Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court, which they will lose there. And then they're going to go to the federal court, which they're going to lose there too. You know what I mean? Fellas, don't be believing nobody who ain't won no appellate. You got to do some hellified writing. You got to know how to put a brief together. Okay? That I'm not the person, and I'm not an individual, and I'm not the obligor. That shit is not gonna work, fam. That shit is retarded. So this is the case. Calcano versus Mateo. If I'm saying that right. If not, oh well, fuck it. It ain't my name. This the case. And then if this brother talks shit, I'm going to put the case up and I'm going to tell you what he was talking about, right? I got the whole case. So, fellas, it's time to shit on some people because they, you know, they're emotional. People want attention, we're going to give it to them. And it's going to be the bad attention. So, hey, y'all want to hit us up, man. We got the correct way of doing things over here. You know, if these people don't abide by your federal rights, guess what? They're going to have to uphold them on that street when they get out of work. Hit us up. Peace.